This is a video on how to make a tessellation at the advanced level. You may use a square, a rhombus, a hexagon, or an equilateral triangle to make it. In this demonstration, we're going to use a square. Now to make a square, I'm going to take my cardstock and I'm going to measure how long my shortest side is. I want to make sure that I start it at 0 on whatever ruler or measuring device I'm using. Now this side goes from 0 all the way up to 5 lines after the 4, so 5/16. So that's how long it is. I want all of my sides to be the same length. So I'm going to turn it now. I'm going to make my 90-degree angle with my angle ruler or goniometer, lining up this line with 90 degrees. Then I'm going to line it up down here with the 5th line past the 4, so 5/16, just like this side. So now this side and this side will be equal. And I'm just going to make a mark here at 0. I'm going to line it up here to make sure that I get my 90 degrees, and then I'm just going to trace up. Now I have a perfect square. I'll cut out my square, and I'm ready to begin my design. So on this design, I want to make sure I go from one vertex to the other so that my edges will line up when I move them. Once I have it, I'm going to just make any design I want. In this case, I am going to make this design. And I'm going to make sure that it goes from this vertex all the way to the next vertex. Now once I'm done drawing, I'm going to label it Design A. And because this is a rotation tessellation, it's going to rotate over to side A, 90 degrees to the left, and this is going to be side A. So we're going to move it. This is going to be our point of rotation, and it's going to rotate like this. So now I'm going to be very, very careful when I cut, making sure that I go to each vertex so that my design is not too short or too long. So if I need to take my time and go slowly when I cut this, that is perfectly fine, so that I can get my vertices nice and sharp. Okay. Once you have your design cut out, it goes like this. This is our point of rotation. We're going to rotate our design like this, 90 degrees, so it lines up on the right side. Now when I tape, I want to make sure that this vertex lines up and this vertex lines up very carefully. Once I'm sure they're lined up, then I can tape it down. I want to make sure not to overlap or leave any space, so I want to take my time and tape this very carefully with just small pieces of tape until I'm sure that everything is lined up. If I need to, if my tape is too big, then use your scissors to cut it. Once I know that it's all lined up, then I can tape it in the middle as well. And now I'm ready to trace. Take your sheet of paper and trace anywhere you'd like to begin your design. I'm just going to do it on the side here. Once you've got it on your paper, make sure to hold it down carefully so that it doesn't move, and trace all the way around your shape. If you make a mistake like I did and accidentally trace your thumb, you can just erase it because you used a pencil. Now, once you've got it traced, what you're going to do is rotate it so that they line up. To be able to do that, I have to rotate it this way to make them line up exactly. I want to make sure that I get back into this corner and into all of these corners, and then I can trace again. If you would like to make a smaller square than what I have used, you may use one of the squares from the Shapes kit to make a smaller square, or you can just cut your template a little bit smaller than this. So once I've done that, I would have to rotate again to make sure these line up, and I would keep tracing until I have covered the entire paper. And that's how you do it.